Live movie news, live news about the movies. Welcome to Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And indeed, this is live news for movie fans, guys, where we talk about all the big movie news headlines of the day in a quick little fashion. We're going to be talking about the Santa Clauses trailer, Savage Salvation with Robert De Niro, House of the Dragon Season 2, when is that coming? And is Henry Cavill going to be in Loki Season 2? Well, we'll talk about that, but we start off today's show by talking about Vision. Yes, apparently there's a new Vision series in the works. Vision Disney Plus series reportedly in development. Now, does that mean it's going to be a WandaVision Season 2? Because we know that was the last time we saw Vision. And as Paul Bettany, well, he would have to come back, right? And this is getting reported across a couple of different platforms. So, hey, you know what? I like WandaVision quite a bit. I think it was probably my favorite MCU property, like TV series, because of the acting, because of Paul Bettany, because of the Vision, because of Wanda and their interactions. And where does that leave us then, right? What would that give us? Would that give us the White Vision? Because he's got all of his memories now downloaded, so there's definitely more story there to tell with Vision. So let's take a look. A Vision-centered Disney Plus series is reportedly in development at Marvel, with source indicating the studio is about to open a writer's room for it. So it's only in the writing stage. It's just in the idea stage that this is where they would like to have things go. But I think that's the right call. Yeah. So they just go over a little bit of the history here as to what happened with Vision, which Avengers episode that he was in. He was in Age of Ultron, where he was created, and then he was in Infinity War was his last time that we seen him. But he was also in other stuff like Civil War and stuff like that. So I think he was pretty much a fan favorite for a lot of people, right? It was just cool how he came together. It was just cool to see that Paul Bettany got his chance to actually play a physical character instead of just the voice of Jarvis. So let's take a look to see what's going on here. In the latest episode of Jeff Snyder, okay, we know Snyder, in his podcast, he reported that, sources claim that the studio is to open a writer's room for the project, which will work on the working title of Vision Quest. Screen Rant has reached out to Marvel and Disney for comment on the story, but have not received a response. So this is fairly fresh, and I guess this is still sort of speculation. But because of WandaVision, guys, we know that there's the White Vision out there that, well, has all his memories, so it just stands to reason that eventually he'll just start thinking and he'll be Vision, like he'll be our Vision going forward, right? And then that just opens up another ball of wax as to, well, if that Vision is technically the same Vision, what's going to happen then when he meets Wanda? Or because Wanda, last we saw her was in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and she had a sort of ending. I don't think it was definitive ending, but I think she'll be back, because what's going to happen then when that Vision, this version, meets her, and will that, because it it stands to reason that they would see each other again, right? And that's what I think most people would like to have happen. And maybe he'll be there to be the emotional support for Wanda, picking up the pieces after in the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. He'll be there to be her support, and that would be cool. Of course, then you would have to bring back Elizabeth Olsen, and which I think she's on board for. I think she's just recently said a quote too, that she said that she would be back for another iteration of Wanda. So there you go, guys. There's the source, Jeff Snyder on his podcast there. Just a bit of speculation there of new Vision. I'd be on board for that. Would you guys be on board for that? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Our Glass Vikings in the live chat says, I wonder, will that be a lot of hours in the makeup chair, or will they CGI him? Well, it'd be the same kind of thing that they did for WandaVision, right? I mean, probably still a lot of time in the makeup chair, but like the suit, I think is not CG, right? So not too much, I don't think. And I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right, guys, you're watching Mirror Domains, and we do live news here every day, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, where we talk about all the big movie news headlines. And you can follow me there on all the other social medias where, hey, you know those little shorts that we do? Sometimes I publish extended versions of those on Instagram and TikTok, and a little bit more behind the scenes stuff. Like later on today, I'm going to see that horror movie, The Devil. Oh, God. I keep on forgetting the name of this one. For some reason, it's just because you always have like these exorcism movies that are out, and it's kind of like The Devil made me do it or something. Pray for the Devil. There you go. Yeah. So I'm seeing that one at 5 p.m. today, guys, and I'll be posting my straight out of the theater reaction, and you'll see little tidbits of that, of me going into the theater and stuff like that on those social media handles. I'm already booked 5 p.m., 5 hours. I'm seeing Pray for the Devil. And I'll be letting you guys know what I think about it later on those social media handles. Let's continue on with some more MCU news. Zoe Saldana has come out and talked about her experience with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. She said that she felt bitter. Really? Huh. Why? I like Zoe Saldana quite a bit, actually. As we know, her story, well, in Infinity War, her father killed her. Spoiler alert, even though that's been out for a while. And then, of course, because of the different timelines, things got thrown around there in Endgame, that a different version of her is now around. So I guess she was a little bit bitter about that or something. Let's clear the air here. See what happened here. Saldana mentioned that as the crew behind the film began filming, she felt some bitterness knowing that this could be the last time she stepped into the role of Gamora. Okay, this time. Well, it is going to be, apparently, right? However, that feeling quickly faded, with Saldana saying it was fun to get to work with familiar faces and continue the journey of this character. She said, filming started bitter in the beginning because obviously you're anticipating the end. But I'm so happy that once again I go to work with great people, said Saldana. I had an evolution that I witnessed of myself, but also my director and my cast. I just felt very blessed and grateful. It was a very sweet departure, I have to say. Now, is she talking about? Well, I guess that's her first day there on Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So I guess that will be the end. Well, it's unknown if Saldana will return in future MCU projects. It seems almost certain that this will be the last time she, as well as the rest of the cast of the Guardians, will appear in their own standalone as a team. And yeah, we knew that from James Gunn. This will be the last time that we get to see this team together. So we've seen from the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special that Star-Lord is down because he has lost track of her and wants to go out and find her, and they try to cheer him up for that holiday special. And I guess that's going to be the bulk of Volume 3. Of them finding each other again and falling back in love. And I think that's the perfect way to end out the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Because, with these stories, even though like there's Ant-Man 3 and stuff, these side stories, they're starting to lose a little bit of their importance, right? Even with Doctor Strange, I thought that would be an important thing. And Thor definitely has gone way far out there. It doesn't really have any cohesion to what the rest of the main narrative driving towards Avengers movies has to do with anything, right? It's kind of like, what does that have to do with anything? It really doesn't have much to do, right? So I would say that, I know it's not popular, but yeah, it's time to start closing down some of these other side movies that have had their trilogies. So I think, yeah, it feels about right. James Gunn feels the same way, obviously, because we heard him say that this will be the last time that we see this Guardians of the Galaxy team together. And no better way than for Star-Lord and her to find happiness there at the end. I think that's the way we would go, right? Oh, we got 3 comments here on this story. So let's see what some people said. Every journey has an end. You got to play a great character in a lot of films, just like ScarJo. Pack it up and have fun with your bank account. Okay. You want to make 162 hours? What? Does anybody ever fall for this BS? Like the spam, like, you're just going to spam my live chat. You're going to spam my account. Like I see these kinds of things. They're like, does anybody actually see this and say, oh, wait a minute, I'm talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, but I can make $162 an hour doing telemarketing? I'm intrigued. Does anybody actually do that? Let me know if you do in the comments below, because I'm very curious. But anyway, I'm digressing here. How can one pretty little Okay, no, we're not going to that. Well, when you get moronic there, guys, I know that she's a stunning beauty. We don't have to go to that level. Zoe Saldana talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 3, guys. What do you guys think about that? A little bit of a bittersweet. Yeah, that's what I would say too. Keeping on with the MCU and then talking about things in trilogies. Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer dropped, and I thought it was a lot of fun. My trailer reaction's up on the channel right now for that, guys. But William Jackson Harper joins Ant-Man 3 in mystery role. William Jackson Harper featured in the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, but his character is not yet known. So if you know who this guy is, I guess it was revealed per Variety that he's landed a role in this film. It's kind of late in the process to have this done, isn't it's all in the can now, isn't it? So I guess he'll be kind of shoehorned in a maybe post-credit scene. I have to see. Harper was recently featured in main roles in Peacock comedy The Resort, Love Life, NBC series The Good Place. Okay, so a lot of TV stuff. He was also in Midsommar. I always call it Midsommar, but whatever. Dark Waters, Last Holiday. Okay. He was going to be reported following, and the fans were rooting for him to be cast in the Black Superman. Yeah, I don't know where that's going now. The DC's all up in the air under James Gunn's control. It definitely blindsided me, Harper said, the fantasy casting on Jimmy Kimmel last year. Oh, so this was last year that he thought, what the heck? Okay, he's just talking about the fans there. But yeah, Ant-Man 3, I'm looking forward to it, and them going into the quantum realm. It'll finally, on the main screen, it will introduce us to Jonathan Majors as the bad guy there. It's going to lead up to Kang, like the Kang dynasty, right? So that's where that feels like it's going to be a little bit more to do with them leading up to the Avengers movie, because the villain is tied in there, and that's the way the MCU used to be. But with the side projects like them going far out into space, and what the heck's going on with Thor anymore? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I like the trailer. This casting seems okay. In this film, which kicks off Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne continue their adventures as Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay, yeah. And that's just the log line for that. Good trailer, but there you go. William Jackson Harper joins the cast of Ant-Man 3. That's what you need to know. And I think that covers all the MCU headlines for today, guys. I know that some people like the comic book stuff. That's why it always gets put to the front. But we'll take a little bit of a... Well, actually, we're not. We're still going to be talking about Blade. That's still MCU. Oh, James. This was just a fun little article. Guys, this is not concrete. Jordan Peele Blade. Somebody wrote just a commentary kind of piece there up on Movie Web saying why Jordan Peele would be a perfect director for MCU's Blade, because we knew that the Blade director recently left. People weren't happy with the way that project was going. People weren't happy with the script. We know that Jordan Peele has pretty much got, if he wanted to, and if they offered, well, he would, yeah, why not? He would be, he's in the position right now to do something like a Blade. I think that would be kind of cool, because I'll tell you this about Jordan Peele, that if you don't like his movies, he's still good at building tension. He's good at shooting stuff, like still Nope this year is probably, like, cinematography wise, it's breathtaking to watch. But let's take a look at what this article had to say about some of the reasons why he's got a vision for horror. Blade would bring in certain horror elements for sure, with the vampires and stuff like that. Yeah, he could build that. But they would have to rework the script, because apparently it only had like 2 action scenes, which did not make Mahershala Ali all that happy. He could bring in a fresh perspective. Yeah, I would agree with that, because as I said, the cinematography and building up the storytelling, overall storytelling, Jordan Peele is pretty good for the most part in executing the story. It's just sometimes the story subject matters It's kind of like, what the heck is going on there? Like with us, where it's kind of like, wait a minute, you're saying that there's a whole generation of people living underground in tunnels waiting to come out to replace us? And that all gets revealed in the third act? No, I don't buy it. Whatever. It's abstract, at least. I'll give it that. Representation, I don't really care about that. About having a black director directing a black superhero. Like that stuff, that never appealed to me. You know, why do you need to have a woman director direct Wonder Woman? Just have somebody who can drive the machine, guys, who can make that movie. Like that. I know it's important, but a well-rounded director. There you go. That's the sentiment. That's the correct sentiment. Well-rounded. And I would say so for that, too. But I think he could step in and make a Blade movie. Any comments there? No. I just thought, I saw that headline, and that's what we do here, I see something, and I'm going to check it out. I'm going to read it. Our Glass Viking says, Jordan Peele with a Marvel budget behind him and Kevin on his shoulder would be a great effort for sure. And yeah, it would be. I'd just be curious to see what he would do with it. For sure. Because he would have that flavor and that tone to it. I think that would be a perfect fit. Perfect fit. Okay, we're almost done. This stuff. Not really. More MCU stuff. Henry Cavill addresses Loki Season 2 rumors. Yeah, I guess he's been rumored to be in Loki Season 2. Guys, I hate to break it to you, but it's probably not going to happen. In fact, he addresses it here now. And I guess he was also going to be in House of the Dragon Season 2. But he was recently out promoting something. And he was on this show where he addressed these rumors. Do I have got my audio set up here for this? I guess because of the Witcher. The Witcher, he had white hair, and people say, well, that looks very Targaryen. He could be in House of the Dragon. Why not? And here's what he had to say.
As far as I know, okay. I am not going to be in Loki.
Okay. Yeah. So he's not going to be in Loki, as far as he knows. Just kind of a small questionnaire there. And
I feel like a lot of these guys can make really good witches. House the Dragon. I mean, to be fair, when I was watching House the Dragon, I was like, I feel like a lot of these guys can make really good witches.
Yeah, because of the white hair, right? Yeah, so there you go, guys. If you were hoping that he would be in Loki Season 2, and Loki Season 2, I think, is all in the can now. I think it's done. So it would be just like a small cameo if he was. But you know what? A small cameo could be put in there. I don't know if that would make a lot of sense, though, right now, for him to be launching back into Superman and then having, like, the possibility of him being another character in the MCU. Unless he's kind of like an alien of some kind, where you don't really get to see his face. Well, maybe. But I saw the headline. Thought I'd check it out. Let's talk about House of the Dragon, Season 2. It's being eyed for 2024 release. The wait will be a long one for House of the Dragon fans. Yes, Season 2 is eyed for 2024. Well, we're almost at the end of 2022, so if they haven't started filming this one, like Rings of Power, which they should have been filming Season 2 pretty much right away here. But we know it's all going to be about the war. At least it should be. Imagine if they had a whole season where it wasn't about the war. It was them leading up to the war, even though that's what we just did. Imagine if they did something so audacious as that. Ooh, don't give me any bad ideas, James. But anyway, yeah. So they just this article goes in and say, well, Game of Thrones was only an hour, like a year difference, right? How long was the wait in between Game of Thrones seasons? It was like every April or something like that. So they didn't have to wait long. So, but this one has I guess it doesn't have, it's got about the same amount of visual effects. Let's see what the quote here says from Blois. Blois, I guess he's the showrunner. He said this. HBO Max chief Blois just revealed in Vulture that, well, don't expect it in 2023. I think sometime in 2024. We're just starting to put the plan together, and just like last time, there are so many unknowns. It's not to be coy or secretive, but you don't want to say it's going to be ready on this date and then have to move it. So he's not going to make mistakes like, I don't know, somebody who's got the initials KK would. Yeah, so he doesn't want to announce something before it's ready to go. For sure, right? And with a property like House of the Dragon and the reception of House of the Dragon, you definitely want to make sure that you don't tease fans for a certain date and then, pull that back, because that would just leave a sour taste in everybody's mouth that somebody named KK didn't learn a lesson from, but I guess she's been corrected, hopefully. But guys, 2024, it's a bit long, but that's fine. It kind of makes sense. Just make sure that you hopefully get in production early 2023, because all the actors will be under contract for that. I would like to have seen more of the younger Alicent and Rhaenyra actors, but it looks like it's going to be carrying on from the older ones. But who knows? Maybe there could be flashbacks, and we'll see more of them too. But that's what I would like to see. But I really liked House of the Dragon, guys, and in fact, we can talk about that right now. House of the Dragon, Rings of Power, and Andor fans race long waits for season 2. And yeah, we heard about that. Andor season 2 is going to be a really long time away, like 2024 as well, right? If not 2025 for Andor season 2. No, guys, you got to get on this faster. Rings of Power shooting right now, and it was probably actually Andor's got the lowest ratings. Rings of Power. Oh, there's Michael Adriel. I haven't seen you in a while, girl. I missed you. Anyway, yeah, they're shooting Rings of Power season 2 right now. I don't understand. I guess because they just didn't think that they had the scripts, or they didn't think it would be that well received. But they should have been working on House of the Dragon season 2 by they should be shooting it early 2023, right? Andor right now, I am really loving Andor. The thing is that a lot of people aren't watching it. And it's a bummer, because it's good Star Wars, guys. It's good acting. Like, Diego Luna is fantastic in this role. And you get fun cameos in there, like Andy Serkis, which we'll talk about in just a few moments later on towards the end of the show there. But we did full live watch-alongs for that. And this is Friday, guys. So this will be the last day that I'll be promoting my season finale review or watch-along for House of the Dragon. And in fact, we can talk about that right now. Because what are the other kinds of things that you can find here on Mirror Domains? We can take a small break and talk about that. Earlier on today, we just watched the the 7th episode of Cabinet of Curiosities. We're on the 7th episode already? The Viewing. And that one was funky, man. Really abstract storytelling. And in hindsight, I'm thinking I actually kind of really liked it. And then at 1 p.m., later on today, guys, we're watching the 8th episode, the final episode, called The Murmuring. Now, I have no idea what's going on there, but I see, what are those, bats? Ooh, that's kind of creepy. Okay, and then this Monday, this is the last time I'll be promoting this, we did the season finale for season 1 of House of the Dragon. Very shocking ending to that episode for sure. And I recommend you go over and check out that episode. Check out the playlist for that, guys. All of these are nice little playlists for you guys. Wednesdays, we do Andor, episode 8 there. Yeah, we saw Andy Serkis there. Is he going to be Snoke? Is that the early version of Snoke? We'll talk about that in a few moments for sure. And then tomorrow, guys, we're watching Silent Hill. 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We are watching Silent Hill in celebration of the fact that they announced that they are making a second one, but it's Halloween, and I want to share a scary movie with you guys. I like scary movies, and I like the horror genre overall, because on Saturdays at 12 p.m. we'll be doing the Horror Weekly, where we talk about all the big horror movie news headlines that dropped during the week. And last week we were talking about that new Silent Hill movie. So there's going to be something that you want to pique your curiosity here on Mirror Domains for sure, where we talk about movie news, movie reviews, trailer reactions, full live movie watch-along, series reactions, Oh my God, guys, yes, you'll find something, and we're growing. We're growing, for sure. I'm actually pretty happy about that. In fact, we can take a small little hiatus here. Why not? Get a little candid about the growth of the channel, and you're going to notice a change. Starting next week, we're going to be doing a new show at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Eastern. Basically, we're still going to have the movie news show at 12 p.m. But at 5, it's going to be kind of like just a 3 to 4 minute video of kind of like the highlights. You know how we do the highlights of the series watch-alongs that get put into the shorts? Now, it's not going to be a short, but it's going to be just like a quick little digest of the movie news headlines and my reactions to it, edited down quick like that. And I think it's just another way to throw the net out there for people to say, hey, what is this Mirror Domains channel? I want to check this thing out. And then people will eventually tune into the fact that, hey, we're talking about movie news here on this channel. We do fun things like every now and then I'll play my guitar, just casual kind of things. Yeah, and people will find that hopefully they'll come and join us and join the community in the live chats. Sometimes, you guys get going there in the live chats, and it's a lot of fun. It is, and I'm looking forward to it for sure. Next week, I'm planning it all out, so it's going to be cool. This week I kind of bit off a little bit more than I could chew with doing these Cabinet of Curiosities. I didn't realize how long it would take for me to get everything prepped and set up. So it's kind of, I wanted to start doing the digest this week. We'll have to see. It really depends on how much time it takes for me to edit and put all that together, because the time that I'm going to be watching Cabinet of Curiosities is the time that I would be working on the digest part. So we'll have to see. Okay, let's get back into the news here, guys. Into the news. Okay. Savage Salvation. What is this about? Okay, so the Savage Salvation stars Robert De Niro and John Malkovich and Quavo. I don't know what that Quavo is, or I guess that's a person, right? Quavo. But the trailer dropped. Look at that gun. Is that gold? It's supposed to be gold-plated? Shotgun kind of thing, right? Yeah, De Niro plays like this sheriff that tries to track down this murderer. Basically, Jack Houston is in this, and I guess him and his fiance or something have like a bad drug experience, so he goes out to try to get revenge on the drug dealers, and then well, let's just take a look at some of the snapshots of this. I'm not going to watch the entire trailer here, guys, because it's I'll leave that for your own devices. But it's got Robert De Niro in this, playing like the old man sheriff. And immediately from shots like this, I got the impression of kind of like No Country for Old Men, kind of like he's playing the Tommy Lee Jones character, the sheriff type character. And it's weird because we don't actually hear him talk that much, because I think he's trying to do some kind of an accent in this. Maybe I can catch that up. There's Jack Houston right there. Maybe I can let you, because he doesn't talk much in this trailer. De Niro. Let's take a look.
How's it going? Goes brown, I suppose.
Like the world or...
Yeah, so you didn't quite hear it there, but he does talk with kind of a weird accent. Kind of looks at these two. These are the two people that have a bad drug experience. She dies, right? And I think John Malkovich plays the father of the fiance, so he's going to be very upset about this. He welcomes him into the family there. So yeah, she dies, and he's out for revenge, and it's just kind of like a thriller for sure. Talking about thrillers yesterday. Yeah, you don't see much of De Niro in this trailer, which is kind of weird. It was always weird. I'll show you what I mean by the weird accent. Maybe this is a better example.
If you find him, tell him I just want to talk.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. But Jack Houston is going to be like the main protagonist kind of guy. Is that another gold-plated gun? What's with these with the plating on these guns? But yeah, it looks like he's out for revenge on these guys, and yeah, it looked fairly decent at least. Looks like Malkovich looks like he's going to get into it. That's always cool to see. Savage Salvation. Now, I don't know if this is going to be in theaters or on a streaming service, James. I should have pulled that up. Action movie. Let's see. Jack Houston played one of my favorite TV characters of all time, Richard Harrow. Boardwalk, yeah. I know this is just a movie, but this guy is my hero. So a lot of Jack Houston fans have come out in support. So that's what if you're a Jack Houston fan, then you want to check that out. Hey, why not? And if you're a De Niro fan, of course. Awesome movie. I love Robert De Niro, says somebody. With Robert De Niro and this either a banger or a POS. And that's got the most reception. True. Well, yeah, he's been known to make a few stinkers from time to time. But you know what? De Niro still gets my respect. He does. And Savage Salvation, for sure. Arglass says, is Quavo the guy in the blood-soaked shirt? No. The guy in the blood-soaked shirt, isn't that Jack Houston? Or no, maybe it's just a bad guy. I don't know what the heck is a Quavo. Maybe it says here in the better of this article. Or you know what, James? We're just going to go over and we are going to take a look at the IMDb to figure out what and Quavo means. Maybe, because I'm thinking that it's a performer of some kind. Ruby Red. Oh, I like that. It's the floating heads, but I like that poster. Recovering opioid addict seeks revenge on the dealers responsible for selling the drugs that resulted in his fiance's death. Okay, so the director's not Quavo. What the heck is a Quavo? I'm sorry if I'm showing my ignorance here, guys. I really have no idea what that is. I'm not seeing anybody's name here, Quavo. Oh, there he is, Quavo. Coyote. He's playing a character named Coyote. What the heck? I don't even know who this guy is. I just clicked on this. Quavo was born Quavius Kiate Marshall. Okay, what does he do? He's been in movies? He's an actor. Oh, he's been in a music video. Okay, so he's mostly music. And he's worked with this twit. Don't get me started about that guy. He's a moron. He thinks he's like God's gift to women, and he's got like this big fat gut. Oh, I'm sorry. I just showed you some of my prejudice there. Hey, we all got them, right? Oh, well. Anyway, Robert De Niro's name is probably there to promote the film. He's maybe just a background character. Yeah. But it seems like it's a curious premise. The premise seems solid, so I'll be checking that out. Other trailer that dropped yesterday was for The Santa Clauses. The Santa Clauses, yeah. Tim Allen's back as Santa Claus. It's going to be on Disney Plus. But what caught my eye is that it's going to be Julia is going to be there from Lost. Now, was Julia there in other Santa Claus movies? Was she? James, you should have pulled this up in the IMDb. The Santa Clauses TV miniseries. What? Is that what this is going to be? A miniseries? Trailer. No, it says movie. Christmas movie. Santa Claus 4. Is that what it is? Santa Claus 4. Yeah. Let's take a look at this. I just want to make sure that this actress's name here. Yeah, Elizabeth Mitchell is her name. I don't think she's been in the other ones, right? I don't know. Sorry, guys, I had that washed out. Let's see if she's been in other. She's been in Santa Claus's TV miniseries, post productions. So it's a series. It's not a movie. What? See here it says TV miniseries, but on the on this it says movie. What the heck? Glad to see Tim Allen return. I wouldn't watch it without him. Oh my God, The Santa Claus was my favorite childhood movie, but this is a series? It's definitely...
I'm Santa Claus.
I don't know, man. But yeah, that's Julia from Lost. I haven't seen her in a while. I guess she's been doing a lot of TV stuff, right? Let's take a look at what her resume says. Yeah, she's been working. Outer Banks. First Kill. All right. Oh, yeah, she was in Purge election year. Whoops, sorry, guys. Purge election year. I don't see her listed for other Christmas stuff, though. Santa Claus 3. Okay, so she was. Huh. Santa Claus 2. Okay, so she was in the Santa Claus movies. Well, James, you learn something every day, I suppose, and that's what we do here. We find out stuff. I've only seen the first movie, no idea of any cast members other than Tim Allen. Well, we know Elizabeth Mitchell is there. 1970 is when she was born. Before my time. All right. But yeah, the trailer's out, and guys, I'm confused. I don't know if it's a series or if it's a movie. By the IMDb reports it's a series. It's not a movie. But by here, it's a movie. Disney Plus. Let's go over and see what the studios have to say about this. Do I got Disney Plus up here? Yeah, I do. It just looked like a Christmas fair type of movie. The Santa Clauses. Okay, so let's see what their description says here on the official page. Show more. This gives a synopsis there. It doesn't tell us if it's a series. I'm pretty sure... I trust the IMDb that this is a series. I thought it was going to be for a movie, so it's a little bit my bad that I, well, didn't look at it. But Tim Allen back as Santa Claus, guys. Cool. She's aged well, for sure. So she would be 20, 80, 90, 30, 40, 52? Wow. Yeah. Sorry. The Santa Clauses. Did you watch that trailer? Guys, it's more of like a series then. I guess it's not a movie. All right. Next Friday, guys, Enola Holmes 2 comes out. Next Friday, Enola Holmes 2. And early reviews are out because they just had the premiere for it. Where I guess, well, Henry Cavill and Millie Bobby Brown were at the premiere, obviously. And early reviews are in. Molly Freeman from Screen Rant says, Enola Holmes 2 includes more Cavill's Sherlock, who is more involved in this mystery of Sarah Chapman, and as a result, Enola's life. Though Brown can lead the movie easily on her own, and she's just as charming as in the first film, it's a delight to see her and Cavill bring to life the sibling dynamic between Enola and Sherlock. And that's what I want to hear, because it was their chemistry in the first one that I really liked. But, you know, it's definitely Millie Bobby Brown's movie, right? It's like she's the showcase character in Enola Holmes. So I'm looking forward to that. But this is cool to see Henry Cavill there. And then it's just, they've amalgamated a bunch of their quotes here. But we'll go over to the Rotten Tomatoes here. 89%. Only 9 reviews official. But guys, it comes out next Friday. So we'll be doing a full live watch along next Friday afternoon. For sure. Probably 1 p.m. Same time. As long as it's not like 3 hours long, James. Did you check that out? For crying out loud. What's with these 2-hour movies? The lengths of things. I'm really been cracking. Oh, for crying. It's 2 hours and 8 minutes. Sweet Jesus. Oh, well. Yeah. It is what it is. But we'll be watching. I'm still looking forward to it because Millie Bobby Brown, in between this and Stranger Things, she's developing into, like, her career is just going through the roof for sure. And she's producing this too. She's putting her own money into this. The money that she's getting from, like, Stranger Things and stuff. Smart girl. Smart girl. So I'll be looking forward to that. Talking about Andor. This is not much, guys. This is just for humor's sake. Is Andy Serkis actually playing Snoke in Andor? And guys, no, he's not. He's playing some other guy. And people say, well, he could be like an early version of Snoke, but it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with the timeline. Yeah, he was the voice of Snoke, but the character he plays is kind of like Kino Loy. He's just the factory head. He's like the team lead inside this detention facility. Why would the Empire look at somebody like that and say that, yeah, I want to be, that's the guy that we want to take over for leading us the new order. It's like, no, guys, no. That's a bit far-fetched. In fact, I would say that it is too far-fetched. So, yeah. Snoke, him as Snoke, no, not going to happen. Okay, we've got a few more headlines here that are not in the sidebar here, but are in the description. Let's try to get through them. Dahmer scores another huge week in streaming rankings. Yes, apparently a lot of people are watching Dahmer. I watched Dahmer, and I decided I wasn't going to do watch-alongs for it because of the subject matter, because of... yeah, it's just because I still kind of side with some of the victims' families they're still alive, guys. It's still, yeah, I don't know. Yes, he did a good performance. Richard Jenkins did a great performance. I don't know. People are still watching it. Good. They got some other numbers in here that just reiterated with that the Rings of Power has gained a little bit of momentum now that it's done because people are curious about it. And now that they can binge it, I think they're going back to that. House of the Dragon that we knew that was big, but the original series, Dahmer is still number one, 4.37 billion views. Rings of Power is second place, so that's good, 966 million. Cobra Kai, 653. So Cobra Kai is still up there, guys. And that would be cool if they can get back some other characters to come back into that. I still haven't seen it, guys. I'm sorry. Great Baking Show, Handmaid's Tale. Andor is in 6th. But Andor should be higher. She-Hulk. Okay. Acquired series. House of the Dragons, 907. So there you go. Big Bang Theory, that's been finished for years now, is still recording. Yeah. Still recording up there. Big Bang. Okay. We're rounding out here. Fun little story. Hugh Jackman lost Miss Congeniality role because he couldn't keep up with Sandra Bullock. Holy S, she's amazing, he says. So what was he up for? Was he up for the guy role, the other cop that was taken over by... who was that guy's name? He's a TV actor mostly. I forgot his name. But anyway, Jackman revealed in a cover story for Variety he auditioned for Eric Matthews, FBI agent. What the heck is that guy's name? He was also in Demolition Man with Sandra. Benjamin Bratt. There you go. Benjamin Bratt. So he applied for the Benjamin Bratt role, huh? No one knew X-Men yet. I was a nobody. So he auditioned for it, and he said, "Holy S, she's amazing and so quick and fast. I'm not even vaguely up to speed here. I was pedaling as fast as I could, but I didn't know the script well enough." And I liked. I found that Miss Congeniality was fairly charming. But that would have been interesting to see Hugh Jackman in that role. Yeah. Sandra is still one of my favorite actresses. Just a fun little story there. And I think that brings us down to the last story. It's not really that much, guys. I'm keeping my eye on this because we do follow the Twitterverse here. You know how at the end of every show we go onto the Twitterverse, and it's something that I do because it just Twitter's good for trending stuff. It's finding to see what's trending in case I missed any stories or if a big new trailer dropped. We've seen it multiple times here on the channel. Something big will drop, but we have to keep our eye on this story as well. Twitter deal closes. Elon Musk comes in swinging the axe on the top executives, firing people. So he fired the CEO and CFO, as well as the head of legal policy, trust, and safety, are all gone. So what's going to happen with him? You hear the reports that he's going to reinstate a bunch of people that were banned, including people who have orange skin. That stuff doesn't really... I don't like that stuff, so I don't follow that stuff. I don't pay attention to that stuff. But if Twitter becomes like a complete cesspool... Remember, guys, because it's still publicly traded, he has a responsibility to put profit as the number one goal. So if he allows the people that were banned for reasons that sponsors were pulling out, if he lets those people back on and the sponsors again start to pull out, then he's going to ban those people again. He's going to ban those people. He has to, because he's a businessman and he will want to make money, and he'll want the money from the sponsors and advertisers. And if they start pulling out because of it just becoming the wild, wild west again, then, then I myself will have to start thinking, are we going to end out the show with the Twitter roundup, which we normally do. And it's just kind of a thing that we'll have to see how it goes, right, guys? We'll have to see how the Twitterverse goes. Right now, Twitter is like the least effective, I think, social media platform that I have. I still think that Facebook is probably the second best one that I should be developing a lot more. And then, oddly enough, TikTok is getting up there, guys. It's getting a lot of notoriety. And then Instagram. All right, let's take a look at the old Twitterverse and it'll round us out. Zayn Malik and Simone Ashley will lead voice cast in the animated comedy I.O. Lives. Don't know what that is. Ashley Benson, Paris Hilton, Alone at Night, erotic slasher. What? Winnie Harlow. You know what? I like Paris Hilton as an actress. I liked her in House of Wax. I haven't seen Paris in a while. Because I do like Paris. She's a tall blonde. For some reason, I like that. But anyway, yeah, cool. She'll be acting again. I got no problem with that. Yeah, Dahmer. Ranked, yeah. Ryan Murphy claims the team behind Netflix's Dahmer reached out to 20 of the victims' families and tried to get their input. Not a single person responded. No, dude. That's not... Oh, what the heck are you doing? Hey, you remember when this really bad guy killed your family? I want your input. Are we doing him justice? Morons. What are you doing? That's... Yeah. No. Terrible. Terrible. Dominique Thorne, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. That's, That's racy, isn't it? Okay. Letitia Wright, Black Panther. Okay, so it's just covering a lot of the Black Panther stuff. New Vision Quest. Yeah, we talked about that. That'll round us out for today, guys. Let's round it out there. Normally we do more. Next week, guys, I'll give myself a little bit more time, because usually we do like to run for an hour, but I do want to give myself enough time to set up Cabinet of Curiosities, ready to go right at 1 p.m. later on today, guys. Just about 8 minutes from now, we'll be watching Cabinet of Curiosities, Episode 8, The Murmuring. That's pretty much what you need to know today from the realm of movie and entertainment news. What do you guys think about some of these stories? Let me know in the comments below, and enjoy your weekend. And if you can join us tomorrow for some horror movie news and a horror movie, I'd be happy to have you along with me. All right, guys, that's it. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, watch this little video here that YouTube is going to be recommending for you, and I'll see you next time on Mirror Domains.